This doesn't look bad, does it? MLTX. Yeah, that was good, Winterfell. That was good. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning. How's it Thursday already? Thursday. Goodness. Goodness gracious. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, I saw you getting excited about SMX KB. Frankie, good morning. KB, good morning. King, good job on hitting your goal already. My goodness, good job. Well done. I like it. Harmon, good morning. Alex, good morning. Cindy, good morning. Juan, good morning. Mayhem, good morning. Jay, good morning. Good morning, Betsil. We'll pop. Yeah, if it can break above 17, and then you're looking for the actual high though, closer to 1740. Chris, good morning. Jake, good morning. Law, good morning. NC, good morning. Seven, good morning. Stock Chaser, good morning. Juan, good morning. Michael, good morning. Eddie, Ed, good morning. That famous, good morning. Phantom, good morning. A, good morning. Good morning, everybody. Chapman, good morning. Defiant, good morning. Berlin, good morning. Miguel, good morning. Lizzie, good morning. Nicola, good morning. Tim, good morning. Henu, good morning. Sandra, good morning. Voice Trader, you need to change that name. You know that, right? Vena, good morning. Pat, good morning. Good morning, good morning. Raven, good morning. Hebrew, good morning. Link to join Discord. You're teaching your daughter how to trade. She loves your channel. Well, thank you. What's your daughter's name? Um, so yeah, if you want to join us in Discord, click this link at the bottom of the chat. You have to be a YouTube member first, though. So one of the levels that doesn't say sold out, like Legend or Legend Pro, and then come join us. Yeah, no, MLTS looks good. MLTX looks okay. And then ACON is still holding the 200 EMA there, which is good to see for now. Which is good to see. SPY is causing unnecessary volatility. So is BTC. You know what's really disappointing is Bitcoin being below like 90K again. It's like, come on, what was all that for? Stupid scam. Can you tell? Can you tell that's annoying? Yeah, silly scam is what that is. Anyways, MLTX does look good. You're just at a double top here, so just be careful. Riha, good morning. Yeah. No, this was your chat just showed up. Caitlin, good morning. Hi. Jason, good morning. Dre, good morning. Jasmine, hi Jasmine. Hi. How old is your daughter? Hebrew. Let's see. Randy, good morning. Thomas, good morning. Good morning, everybody. Yeah, it's nice. It's nice when you can, teach your kids like really young. 29. Oh, okay. Okay. She's not young then. I was like, oh, Jasmine. Jasmine is a baby. Jasmine is 7 years old. Nope. Oh, that's funny. Anyways, yeah. See, that's what I figured, Caitlin. You 6-year old. That's very cool. I like that. I think what you guys need to do though is before you get into all of that, you guys need to show your kids like just the power of consistency in terms of like long-term gains. So if you haven't watched that video in the education section, I would recommend that you watch the video on building long-term wealth. There's a video in the education channel that says building long-term wealth. That's gonna be very powerful for them, especially at a younger age. So go make sure you watch that video and show your kids. Alrighty, because yeah. Anyways, 8 minutes to go before the market opens. We have a few names that look interesting. It was a really good pre-market. There's some really good runs. right? FlyX was like the nicest one. A lot of you guys made your daily goal on this one, right? FlyX, this was nice, right? The pop on the news, and then the dip skis, and then the bounce, and the boom skis, right? How many times have I told you guys, like, hey, when the news comes out, like, it's not the end of the world, you know? You don't have to FOMO in on the news, right? When news comes out on a stock, you don't necessarily have to immediately jump in and say, "Oh my goodness, but the news is so amazing." The downside to that is most of the time, like, it happens very quickly, and the headlines are sometimes very confusing, right? Like, "Oh, this company just completed phase 2B of this specific drug," right? And then you're like, "Okay, what does that really mean?" We don't know that. Whereas when you wait for the performance, like that initial pop is, bots, people reacting, right? But then if it can find a way to dip and come back for that second run, now you're hitting people on a psychological level, like, oh, okay, that wasn't just a random pop. Oh, there's actually follow through, and then that's when the real run happens, right? So the second run usually better than the first run. So really, really important, because I've seen a lot of people lose a lot of money by just FOMOing right away. Like, oh, but I thought the news was good, and I get this DM all the time. I thought the news was amazing. I jumped in, and then all of a sudden now it's all the way back to red. What do I do now? I'm like, well, congratulations. I'm kidding. No, not you played yourself, right? So be patient when be patient with yourself when these stocks have news. The second run sometimes usually better than, unless the news is really really obvious. Sometimes it is, right? Sometimes you can read a headline and say, oh dang, this company is partnering with NVDA. Cool, fire, send it. Right? Sometimes you can tell, not always though. But again, FlyX was a really good run this morning. So congratulations if you made your money on this, right? Which again, a lot of you guys did. So congrats. And then $7 has been resistant, so it's been failing at that $7. I wonder if we're gonna find a base at some point and then bounce back up, but it's had a really good run. Cool. JTAI has been another one that's had a good run this morning. Nice pop, nice dip, nice boom ski. Right. What's the float on this one? It's not a massive float. It's like 4.2 million. Thomas Hebrew, let's go. Welcome to the community. Welcome, 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 welcome. Welcome, Jericho. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Dan. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. What level did you sign up for? Hebrew. My YouTube, I don't know why it's not working. But anyways, but yeah, no. If you signed up for the legend level, I'll send you a link in the chat already, so you can come join us in Discord. So invite Hebrew. 78-ish. Okay, those are your two levels there, Zion. Good job on that scalp. Penos, that was a good scalp. Good job. Legend, perfect. Welcome. So Hebrew, click this link at the bottom of the chat. Alrighty. Click the link at the bottom of the chat there, and then follow the steps in the getting started channel. Once you do, it will unlock the channel for you. And then you can come hang out with us in Stock General when we get up the stream. So make sure you take the time though to watch the very last video, the onboarding video. It's going to walk you through all things you need to know, please. Alrighty, so do that at some point today. Mark, good morning, Mark. Stallion, good morning, Stallion. Chaos, please. I don't mind chaos, like good chaos, right? Some nice boom skis. I think this morning kind of gave us a glimpse of like, what could potentially happen when the market turns around and it's good again. This was nice. So hopefully that continues. Hopefully that continues. Yeah, no, Bitcoin's looking super sus there. Mark hates Bitcoin now. But then again, everybody hates Bitcoin. Everybody hates crypto. Crypto looks like garbage. Anyways. Yeah, Spy's looking the way we closed yesterday kind of looked like we were gonna be selling off again today. Luna, good morning. No, there was no news on JTAI. Good morning, Matt. Yeah, you bought the dip on JTAI? Okay. There's a bit of support at 78 cents. right? My only concern with getting into names going into the open like this, unless they've really been consolidating at that level for a long time, you get so much volume at the open, so much volume at the open, uh, that you could easily break below that level and then test the 200 EMA. So see if it stays above 78. If it doesn't hold, then you're potentially looking for the 200 EMA closer to 70 cents. Alrighty, so those are your two levels to watch going into the open. And then FlyX is obviously trying to curl back above the VWAP, so that's good. See if we can get above it. Remember to use a stop loss. I know it's basic, but so many forget it. It's one of those things, Dan. Like it sounds basic, but it's like the most important thing in the market. The most important thing, right? Minimizing losses. I don't know if there's anything more important than minimizing losses, or maybe the equal things, right? Like a good strategy and blah blah blah, and taking profits, right? All these things very basic, but sometimes trading is yeah. Like what? What is a stop loss? What's that? Exactly. DDT scam. Good morning, Jay. Let's cook. Let's cook, please. Favorite stock this morning? That's a good question. Honestly, that's a very good question, right? So, three names that I like for now: FlyX, JTAI, and ACON. MLTX is another one, but it's also stood. It's more expensive and it's hitting that double top there. So at some point, it needs to break above 17, right? So yeah. Where have I been? We've been here all week. Where have you been? Where have you been? Thomas, where have you been? Anyways, question for you guys in the chat though. What's your favorite name going into the open? Acon looks good. It bounced up the 200 EMA. You can see the circle at the bottom, right? So that's kind of what we talked about earlier. But then now you have this resistance going into the open. So at the open, we need to get back above $8.40, and then start pushing towards that 10 again. But yeah, so again, support closer to 750, 760 on Acon. Resistance at 840. Yeah. So a lot of you guys like not silver. So a lot of you guys like Acon, FlyX. Sounds good. So yeah, for FlyX, we need to get back above the VWAP here as well. And then here comes the open. Here comes the chaos. Let's see if Jets can stay above or break below and curl right back above. Yeah, so you can see Acon is really close to that resistance, so be careful. Be careful. Spy with a bit of a pop. Bitcoin is trying to follow along as well. RGC's done well though, even though it's nice and red today. It's done well. Icon did a split, so that's why it says it's up 460%. It's just a split. MLTX still failing at resistance, right? There goes Acon. Acon's like, hey, I mean, we should have known with a name like that. Yeah, Acon. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, NVVE is halted up. NVVE is halted up. So yeah. Let me pull up NVVE. That's actually a nice looking chart. I don't like the halt because it's the very first candle and it's halting at resistance, but it is halted up, right? This one was good yesterday, especially after hours. Hit brand new all-time highs, brand new highs of the day. Yeah, I mean, at this point, we just have to wait and see what happens after the market, after the on halt, and then go from there. JTAI obviously couldn't hold that 78 cents, so now you're retesting the 200 at the bottom there. So watch that 70 cents. FlyX is trying. Again, this is one of my least favorite things at the open. It's like all of these stocks are just at random levels, and you're getting random pop candles, right? So there are times where you're having to take a gamble. Like, okay, you know what? I like FlyX. I like it at the bottom. Let me just take a gamble. So a lot of that happens at the open, and then or you're just waiting for a breakout. There goes FlyX. There it goes. Those guys just dropped more news again. That's why that candle happened like that. Interesting. Cool. On the market, interesting. It was RGC. I wonder if a Hurricane Dustin's still holding this one. I wonder. Mm-mm-mm. MLTX is killing you. Honestly, it shouldn't be killing you though, right? King, did, what did you buy this thing at? I don't know. I don't think it should be killing you. Why? Because like it's I don't know. It kind of seems like you're at a double top, right? So one, you should have sold the position going into the open. Two, the market just opened and it's been dipping, so I don't see where you could have gotten in, right? So I don't know why this thing would be killing you unless you did something you weren't supposed to be doing. Yeah, 1550. Yeah, you probably bought it on the way down as it was falling like a tomato. Yeah. Again, the market just open and I don't really see anything there that is remotely positive unless we get closer to the 1420. But at the very least though, you didn't buy at $17. Yeah, at the very least, this is why, again, like when the market opens, give it a second, right? At least wait for it to consolidate or something. I can kind of see what you're trying to do there, but it just wasn't holding, right? It just dropped below. So yeah, for now I think you're gonna get a bounce at some point. um should You're still above the 200 EMA and still above the demand zone, the previous bottom. So hopefully you get a bounce here soon. Cool. And then FlyX is that's $7. If it can break above $7 at some point, that would be very good, very very good. But for now, that level is major resistance on FlyX. Major resistance. Rod, good morning. You sold at 526 right before the. Good job, Michael. That's not a bad scalp. You might on hold above that level though, but either way you did good, right? Either way you did good. Sheesh. Spy says, you sure you don't want to play NQ, Dan? Are you sure? And then ACON. ACON is looking like the better technical looking chart, right? But we still also need to get back above 840, right? So that was a good dip actually after the pop back to the 200 EMA. But yeah, so 840 is still your resistance on this one. 76. That's a good exit, Cindy. Why? Because it's a double top, right? Like at the open, you can't be guessing too much. Like when you see resistance, you make a move, right? So you already know this level is a problem. So yeah, I like that you took profits in that area. Good job. And now we're all the way back down again to $6, right? So you would have lost a lot of gains there. NVVE is unhalted. Yeah, probably. Especially going into tomorrow with the Supreme Court making a decision, probably. Flatness. 1427. Yeah, you also don't have a stop loss in that, do you, King? No, this is why I don't like people making decisions unless you're actually breaking out. Like, don't make decisions like that at the open, right? And we've said this so many times, right? The only times you buy stuff at the open, when the market opens, the only time you should be buying a position is one, the stock has been consolidating in that area for some time, and you can see that it's obviously support, meaning that your stop loss is right below, and it's so easy for you to say, hey, my stop loss is below this level because I've seen it consolidate here for 30 minutes. The only other time you should be buying a stock at the open is when it's breaking out, right? Because you know the momentum is going to kick in, hopefully, right? The only two times you should be buying a stock at the open, right? Breakouts, it's breaking resistance, or it's consolidated at support, right? If you look at this, it doesn't show you that, right? So it never broke out because it's a double top. It's not consolidating because it's falling like a knife, right? So yeah. When you do stuff like that, though, make sure you have a stop loss. You are testing the 200 EMA now, so let's hope it can stay above the 200 EMA. That's your only hope. right? Stay above that 200 EMA or consolidate. Right? Something. Hopefully, it's not a big position though, so you're not, struggling, right? So you see what JTAI is doing, bouncing off the 200 EMA. That's kind of what you're hoping for. Yeah, exactly, Raven. Right. So that 200 EMA bounce of 70 cents for JTAI, kind of doing that. Right. NVDA is still looking good. Still looking good. Yeah, that's quite the dump on MLTX. Right? Quite the dump. And I mean, damn. On APLD. Good job, Ron. Beautiful. Wow. Amazing. Amazing. Yeah, it's looking like one of those days, isn't it? Spikes. Like look at the price action there. It's like up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. And it looked like we are about to push for the highs, then all of a sudden we're back to the lows again. Interesting, huh? Yeah, see, we stay above 688. If not, straight to the abyss. Icon is still slowly creeping up there. FLYX is just way too confusing, but it's still holding that, 580, 570 area, the demand zone. So FLYX doesn't look horrible as long as it stays above that level. And ACON is finally pushing above that resistance. So finally, KB, are you in this one? I feel like you're in this one. 15 seconds on SPY is crazy. Yeah, no, I when you do options, you can't really do that, right? 15 seconds or a minute and below, that's for scalping. So when you start dropping to the 15-second like that, you're asking for trouble. Asking for trouble. Yep. You guys see why though? A lot of people will, just sit on their hands and wait the first 5 minutes, the first 15, the first 30 minutes, just so they can have an idea of what's going on. Fly is still holding that bottom though, which is good, right? And then JTI, so is bounced really nicely off the bottom. Again, the top three names that we had coming into the open were ACON, JTI, and FlyX, right? So FlyX is halted up. How come they didn't halt it at that same price range the first time? How come it wasn't halted like that the first time? Interesting, huh? Mm, and then looks like JTI got rejected at the same resistance there that it's had, right below the downtrend line. Rejected. Yeah, take a look at NVVE retesting that 470 480 area. Maybe you can find a bit of a base there, and then JTI, see if it stays above the 200 EMA again, because if it doesn't hold this level, probably done, right? And then ACON needs to break and close above 840 there for more of a push. Mm, okay, you sold too soon, 50 cents off it. Okay, I mean that's not horrible, right? That isn't horrible. One second. Okay, there we go. Yeah, there it is. Spy said hello. Hi. Sheesh, they slapped it there on that candle. Did you see that? Oh my days. That's quite the drop. Yeah, so look at that, right? MLTX is bouncing. King, you're still in that position, right? So that's your last hope. It's coming through for you. It's coming through for you. Yeah. So I mean, you were at $15, right? So you got really close there. Yeah, ACON is still getting rejected. Good position to enter. No, I think you want it closer to 480 if it can consolidate like the retest area. Or unless we just start curling and we actually get a brand new breakout, then go from there. All right. We're just in a bit of a weird spot, so yeah, I wouldn't be taking too many chances there. Yeah, no, Bitcoin looks very weak, very disappointing. Unless you're buying dips on the way down, dip skis on the way down, then that's fine. Okay. FlyX is still halted up, so hopefully at least we can get something that runs without having to dip in 2 seconds. Yeah, the reason for that is because you have one of those moving averages sitting right around that area. So also it's just a psychological level, right? A lot of people like to sell stuff like that, so yeah, you're gonna have some issues there. There goes the on hold for FlyX. Hmm. FlyX finally broke above $7, which is what we've been waiting for quite some time now. But the problem is now the thing is gonna start halting like a crackhead. Type yes in the chat if you're holding FlyX. Type yes in the chat if you're holding FlyX. Yeah, that's gonna be the downside here now. Sandra, yeah. I like it. Good, 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 good. Yeah, no, it's nice if you're already in a position. Like this is perfect. You don't need it to trade. You just need it to hold up. FlyX does look good. So not anymore. You sold the position, Cindy. You made money though. Like celebration, money made. JTI is still holding up though, isn't it? Right. So still holding the 200 EMA. The problem though is you have a lot of resistance now at 80 cents, so that thing also needs to break out. And then ACON is all the way back down to the 200 EMA. Good job, Cindy. Yeah, this one does seem interesting, doesn't it? Icon. I know some of you guys are playing with this one. Yeah, so split today, super low float now. See how well it performs with the low float. Yep, exactly, Avion. Exactly. Profit over potential. I like that. Finally, finally, there you go. King, you're close now. You're getting closer and closer. Right? Hopefully it keeps going up. Or hopefully you just move your stop loss up. Right? Hopefully. But again, the only time you maybe should have taken the gamble is the 200 EMA because we often use the 200 EMA as like, okay, hope, 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 right? Not when you're just randomly dropping like that at a random spot. You're just asking for trouble, So hopefully, a bit of a lesson learned. You sold your fly ed. You made money though. Should have. There you go. See, you're down 10 cents. Actually, no, you're in at 15.50, so you're down 30 cents. Again, better than being at $14 though, because that thing was at $14. Right? So you recovered a nice dollar. So again, at some point, if you're like, you know what, get me out of here, then that should be okay too. But for now, looks better. Finally broke out. And then JTAI is still testing the 80 cents, so hopefully it can break out. There it goes. Right there. Struggle bus. 80 cents. Yeah, it did. It did. Caitlin, make sure you're not delayed, because you might be delayed. Make sure you're not delayed. $7.44 halted up. CGTL. A lot of Asian stocks are running. Ed, it's your first time here. Welcome to the Hot Trades community. Let us know if you have any questions. Alrighty. How did you find the stream? What did you search? Is what I always like to ask. Account, is that normal? Maybe click on the link and use the same link in a different browser, or Hebrew. Use that same link in a different browser. Try that again, or just follow the process of claiming the account, or whatever you need to do. I've gotten that in the past and I just ignored it and it went away. So not sure why it's saying that. Off the 200 EMA at this price, no. Why? Because you're sitting, as much as we broke about $15, Regan. Look where the 50 and the VWAP is sitting at right there. So this level is also going to be a problem, right? So yeah, you're gonna have a bit of an issue there. NVVE has just been going up and down, up and down, up and down, because we're at a weird spot, right? You're in a supply zone area there, so it doesn't have the best momentum. If you can see me, I'm fine. Okay, good. Hebrew, good. Yeah, so again, MLTX, right? As nice as this looks, you're also below the 50 EMA and the VWAP. That those two levels, I mean, any level, any of the lines we have on the chart, when you're right below them, you're gonna have some issues. Did they extend the hold for FLYX? CGTL is doing well. CGTL doing well, and then JTI is still sitting at 80 cents. So it really needs to break out of that 80 cent area. Is 80 cents. Oh, wow. Wow, 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 wow. Oh my goodness. Like I read the first half of your message, and I'm like, "Oh, okay. This sounds like a good message. This seems very interesting." And then all I could hear was boom, 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 explosions. Wow. you know if I didn't enjoy what I did, I would leave the stream. I would leave. Wow. Tim, you see this is like supporting Manchester United and know you're gonna lose. Unbelievable. Yogi, thank you very much. Love you too. Wow, wow, wow. You know what's wild is Yogi's a lifetime member too, so all of this violence is what I'm stuck with for life, you know unbelievable. Yogi, I'm kidding. Much love. Thank you, thank you. Funny. What are friends for? You're not wrong. You're not wrong. We say some of the meanest things to friends. Yeah. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, they obviously extended the hold for FlyX. So we're just gonna have to wait for that. And then JTI, we knew there was resistance already at 80 cents, and you can see the candle stalling there, right? So it's really nothing new. So if this thing really wants to go, it needs to clear that 80 cents. And if we break below 70 cents, we have a problem. Like if we break and we close below, then we have a problem. Because for now, we're going back and forth, which is fine, right? We're in a range, but we need to break to the upside of the range, right? Like I said, NVVE is gonna have issues because you're in a weird spot. So you don't feel as confident taking a position there, but uh, see if we can kind of play around with this $5 to 470 area and just find a base and then crawl back up. Alrighty, cool. And then again, MLTX. At some point, it needs to break above that VWAP if it wants to keep pushing. Push, push, push. For a name like FlyX, I think sometimes what we hope for is not crazy candles like this, but more consistent candles to the upside. So the chart looks good. Because for now, that chart just looks like a chaotic chart, like a good chaotic chart if you're in it. Still chaotic though. No, no, Yogi, absolutely, absolutely. Violence. I was going to say there's been a lot less roasting. That's because we were on holidays and everybody is still in the holiday spirit. And then Yogi decided that today, where's the VWAP at? For this one, the VWAP is around 1535, King. So not too far away from your entry, right? It's really trying though, so you need that thing to push, push, push. Yeah, they extended it, so another minute or so for FlyX. But then, I mean, you can just make sure you have a good stop loss though. Alrighty. Please and thank you. JTI still really wants to break out of that 80-cent range, right? So, and there it goes, trying, really, really trying, really, really trying. So, are they gonna extend the halt again on that thing? They nope, it's on halted, guys. There you go, $8. So, congratulations. Make sure you're paying yourself on the way up. Make sure you're paying yourself on the way up. That's a really nice run, though. It's a very nice run. Look at that. Sheesh. 150%. We'll take it. Yeah, that candle went all the way to $8.88. Yogi, let's go. I like it. Yeah, well done. 580. I like it a lot. Yup. 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 Yogi the criminal. Yup. No, I think you did really well in that. Yeah. $8 is a pretty good exit. The 9 EMA is so far down there that it's gonna have to retest it at some point. Right? But the damn thing still looks really strong though. At some point. A very, very good scalp. And then there goes NVVE, right? So that's my problem with a stock like that in a range like that. Is like I just don't trust it, right? So that's why we kept saying NVVE is in a weird spot. Yeah. So I mean, for now, watch for 450. 450 is your 450-ish, Martin, is your next support area. Alrighty, 450-ish. So the closer you get to that level and consolidate, the better. Good job, Sid. Well done. Tomorrow I'm taking love it. Well done. And then JTI just can't seem to break above 80 cents and actually stay above 80 cents. And then FlyX got rejected, right? Again, the 9 EMA is so far away from it that it has to come back down. It's actually halted down now. So hopefully you took your gains on this. At least hopefully you took something off the table, right? Hopefully. ACON running, yes, still below the breakout spot, but it came back down to retest the again. Are you guys seeing though? Like, when we talk about buying stocks at the open, right? You see the consolidation of the 200 EMA. Do you guys see the consistency in some of the entries at the open? Right, the only two things, right? Like you're either breaking out to people FOMO or you're dipping and consolidating at the 200 EMA, right? You guys can see that, right? So when you randomly guess at the open like that, it's like you're asking for trouble, right? Every time we see, like, a stock bounce, you can always go back and say, oh, duh, we talk about this every day, right? It's like consolidating, and it's really consolidating, right? Off the 200 EMA, the white line, and then look at that. Now ACON is going back up like a criminal. Here we go again, back to the 840 breakout spot. That's a really nice bounce. Really, really nice bounce. Woo! Akon says hello. Hi. Shish. Damn, that thing really broke out. That thing destroyed that resistance. That was a beautiful base, wasn't it? It's actually a really nice base. Look, damn, it's still going. They're gonna halt that candle up. Halted at 894. Type yes in the chat if you're holding Acon. You couldn't take it? Dang, that's annoying. It's very annoying. Type yes in the chat if you're holding Acon. Yeah. Again, those were the top three names that we liked coming into the open, right? Acon, JTI, FlyX. Right. So our top three stocks coming into the open, they've kind of taken turns cooking, except for JTI, which it's trying to cook. Right. So congratulations if you got the dipskis. Yeah, I know exactly, Yogi. Exactly. Exactly. Nothing wrong with that. And then there goes JTI. Maybe this time it finally closed above. There it goes. There it goes. That thing said, "Hello, I'm trying. I'm trying. I'm trying." So testing the VWAP at 83 cents. JTI 84. Here comes 85. Look at that, right? So our top three stocks all cooked this morning. Jets, JTI. Yeah, see if we can close this candle above 85. Again, do you guys notice another pattern for this one? Is the same pattern. Do you guys notice that? Right? When do we buy at the open, guys? Well, it looks like it's consolidating off a demand zone off the 200 EMA, right? So you make sure you make sure you know that the stock, where the stock has the base at, before you make that decision, right? Even on FlyX, right? If you go back to the bottom, you criminal yogi, right? So 580 off the demand zone. So they all kind of seem the same, don't they? Right? Same pattern. Yeah, no, Acon's halted up, Callum. Make sure you're not delayed. Yeah, don't forget to smash a like, guys, if you haven't already, please and thank you. Okay, there we go. Yeah, Hebrew. Yeah, you're good to go, right? I don't think you're connected yet, though, are you? Yeah, make sure you just follow the steps in the Getting Started channel, and then you should be good to go if you are a new member. Yeah. So it looks like the volume went from FlyX to the other two names. from FLYX to the other two, and there goes the on halt. Yeah, this thing was just too extended, right? This is why we don't like, sometimes like candles like these are amazing when you're in them. If you're not in a position, candles like if you're not in a position, candles like these are scary, right? Super super long candles like that, scary business. Because if you get in the wrong entry price, oof, you're gonna visit. Yeah, thank you, KB. The getting started channel is when you click the link, it's the only channel you see. So the only channel you see in Discord is the getting started channel. Uh, what do you mean? FTAI or JTAI? Yeah, exactly, Luna. NVDA is still holding that 450 Martin, right? So that wasn't too bad of a level, right? So stay above the 450. MR and O, for some reason I have it on the watch list on the other screen there. That thing seems to be bouncing, right? MRNO. Nice little pop, actually. Not a whole lot of volume there, but yeah, there goes MRNO. And still popping, and still popping, and still popping. Sheesh. And the volume is super light. That's the problem with that, but yeah. Light volume. FlyX is halted down again. Flat from $9 to $6 almost. Yogi, that was an excellent exit. Excellent. Excellent. Well done. Almost like you've done this a few times. Almost. Glad you sold and didn't get greedy, minimal. Exactly. Exactly. You can't really get greedy with a name like this. Like, look at those candles, right? Yeah. When you have candles like these, can't really do that. JTI, yeah. So 85 cents was your next resistance, and it failed. So that one coming back down to retest. And then ACON is unhalted. ACON, you're the only one left. So everything else seems to be dipping. Can you give us a retest and then another curl? That would be nice. That would be nice, Acon. SXTC. SXTC. China. Wish I had time to sell. Wish you had time to sell? What do you mean? Time. What do you mean you had time? Like you weren't watching it? Adrian? Can you buy now? No, it's halted down inside. I know, right? I wish I could, Spikes. I wish I could. Then they're gonna come ask me for royalties, Yeah. Yeah. Again, not the $9, but it was sitting at $8 for some time though, right, Adrian? That's how Yogi got out at $8. Right? Like that thing sat there for a few candles before the big slap. So one thing you don't want to do is lose money because you want $9. Phantom, yeah. I'm just getting crazy volatility on these stocks. Let me pull up the other one. SXTC. China. This one's been on the scanner quite a few times this morning, and it's been slowly creeping up. Yeah. No, Acon looks okay. It just needs to break out again, or maybe come back and retest 840. That might actually be the better thing to do. Come back and retest and then curl. MLTC TX King. Hopefully you took your money out of this. Right? That thing just stalled too much. Just too much stalling. Yeah, ACON. Yeah, they here comes ACON, right? So come back for the retest and then pop SXTC. Nice. Yeah, I just looked. Spikes. Yeah, yeah, very nice. Nice beat. What is it called? You can hear it. This is called Endless Loop. Endless Loop by Harris. Yes, yes. And then the last one we were looking at was MRNO. Still pushing, not bad. FLYX is unhalted, so maybe that thing wants to come back down to that demand zone again. So Yogi can scam it again. Maybe not. Maybe not that low. Looks like we bounced right above $6. Season 2 of Beast. Season 2 is Beast the is that the show with the lady, um, the book writing lady? Was that's a different one? I think that's the one Raven's wife was watching. Yeah, that's a different one. I think Raven. What's that one called? Fly X with a nice bounce there. Oh, okay. Mr. Beast. Okay. Oh, no, I haven't seen that. $10 million plus a lot of other opportunities. That's crazy. Crazy. Yeah, I like that, Spikes. Well done. I like that a lot. I like it a lot. Yeah, Acorn is kind of doing exactly what we wanted it to do in terms of like come back down and retest. Um, right, which is fine, right? So that's exactly what you wanted to see there. Come back and retest the previous breakout spot. So Acorn looks really good. And then Fly X with a nice bounce. JTI is still holding above 70 cents, so that's cool. But that thing has a lot more work to do. Bitcoin's almost also back above 90K, so that's good. Harman, what's your question for ONDS? Seriously. Yeah, Yogi? Yeah, it really does. Yeah, the last one that I saw though, they had some pretty fun challenges too. Yogi. There goes Acon. Nice, a solid bounce. Daily goal made thanks to Acon and FlyX. Well done, Jake's dad. Well done. Well done. Congratulations. There goes Acon, almost back to the highs. Almost. Anybody buy the dip on Acon? Anybody? And then we need some higher lows on this thing for FlyX. It kind of looks like a higher low, but I think we need to get back above $7 though, just to confirm that. There goes Acon. That's a solid dip, wasn't it? Solid dip ski. 46. Yeah, that's a good level. I like that. I like it. Just be aware though, the closer we get to $9 here, the more it's gonna look like a double top. Oh yeah, the beast in me. Yeah, Raven. Yeah. My red zone is bigger than yours for Acon. Um, hmm. Maybe your red zone is connected to the top one. right? Like it's just showing you the levels above $9. Maybe that's why. Maybe again. So you probably played with the settings. Yeah, if you play with the settings, like it, you're gonna change a few things, and then we're gonna be on different pages, which is okay, which is completely okay. Mm, 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 mm. Yeah, so you can see the that resistance below $9 for ACON. Bit of a problem. NVDA said, not today. It's gonna keep dipping now. So not looking too amazing. The dip because of it. Oh, because your red zone was I see. Yeah, you might have changed the settings, right? So you might have changed the settings there, so it makes it a little bit bigger. JTAI still just playing with 70 cents, but it is holding though, so that is good. Yeah, you can clearly see the resistance there, right? I almost want to put that line a little bit lower, just even though it's not quite at $9, just for now, because you can see the problem right there. So that was a good bounce, especially if you're scalping really quickly. That was a nice bounce. You just have resistance right there, so that's a bit of an issue. Bits of an issue. Mm, okay. See, ACON needs to give us the breakouts, and then JTI is trying to curl. Why? Because Kazion is pumping it. Come on, Kazion, make it happen. Make it happen. Mm, 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 mm. Let me look at this one. I just sent you a message. You sent me a message? Ooh, that's a nice looking chart, FJet. That chart looks nice. It's a clean chart. Not a whole lot of volume though, but that chart looks clean. I know yeah, back to Acon, because Acon just destroyed that resistance. Destroyed it. That thing said maybe you want to put that line at $9, like you said. Beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah, the problem there though is like it doesn't close above it, right? And they slap it back down, right? So closing above again, we talked about this yesterday, right? Like it's really important that when you look for breakouts, the candle closes, right? So hopefully that lesson on the if you haven't seen the YouTube shorts, make sure you watch those shorts. Sometimes they're good reminders, of things you need to know. So the bottom was nice at 840, but a lot of resistance at $9. Yeah, yeah. No, I like the that FJet chart. This chart looks nice. It's a nice chart. Is anybody holding this one? Anybody? FJet? That chart looks clean. Not a big runner though. Like it's up 20%, but that's a nice looking chart. Yeah, looks like a 1230 resistance there. You're holding it, Matt? Well done. Well done, well done. Yeah, it was a good chart. FlyX is still fighting here, so still holding above $6. The VWAP in the 50, so that's good. You've been back holding it, Jack. What's your entry price? Did you get in at? Hopefully it's close. ACON is halted down now, so that little scam pop and the dip, yeah, halted down. Halted down. For FJET again, you can see that we already have a line there for resistance, right, at 1230. Again, this is why we leave these lines on the charts, because sometimes we don't need to zoom out and say, oh, let me go look at. No, the line is already there, so you can kind of use it, you know. Now that ACON is halted down, maybe FJET is going to say, hey, it's my turn. I want to go back up. Yeah. Yeah, Ahmad, good job. What's your entry on FJET? What's your entry on that thing? Mm. Mm, 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 mm. Uh 21. 21. So you got into this thing most likely before a split then? Oh no, you FOMOed on the way up there. How the hell did you pick 21? Like I never understand I never understand the like 7 million is the float. Alwyn. Yeah. Like but see like it's just me, but like I never understand how people get in, like, let's say you get in at 21, right? Like why isn't the stop loss $19.99? Like if it goes below $20, you almost don't want it. Right? You know what I mean? Like if I buy a stock right above $10, like 11, right? Stop loss usually 9.99. It's like, okay, you know what? If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Okay. There goes FlyX. Because you take that loss, right? It's a lot better than coming down to $9. And if you really wanted to buy that thing again, you could always buy at a cheaper price. You know what I mean, Ahmed? You know what to do. Again, you can see that resistance for FJET though at 1230. So that level is a problem. INBS with a bit of a pop as well. And then FlyX. See, that thing just came down so Yogi could scam it again, Why? Because that's what Yogi does. No, 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 no. Yeah. Feel like that's another movie I need to watch. Jack, I feel like that's another movie I need to watch. Anyways, yeah, solid bounce of the 50 and the VWAP. For JTI, it still needs to get back above that 80 cents again. But again, like you can see the demand zone. It's been holding this demand zone really nicely, so that's good. Getting on your nerves, yeah. Yeah, it did. Yeah, no, that's okay. That's okay. You already scalped it once, so and a really good scalp too. Most likely made you your daily goal, Yogi. So just not sure yet. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Mm, 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 mm. There's nothing wrong with that at all. Uh, hmm. And the markets came back really nicely, really, really nicely. So that's good at least. That is good at least. A lot of the tech names are still in the abyss though. Still in the abyss. Almost? Okay. Is ACON done? It's on halted now, right? And it's back to the same bottom that it was before the big run. So I don't think we can quite say that it's done yet, right? Right, King. So yeah, so 750 to 760, 770, like that little 20-cent range, that's gonna be your base. If it breaks below that and it closes below, then you might be done. But for now, you can't really do that yet, right? And then you can see that it's trying to bounce already. What's the volume for Jets? The volume is 96 million. The average volume is 1 million. Today it's 96. So a lot of volume came through on the stock today. Yeah. The candle's playing right at the 20 EMA there, Chris. Right at the 200 EMA. Hmm. Okay. 84. Stop loss is 73. Need a good slap to wake up. Megan? Yeah, you do. You do, you do. Right? Um, Especially when we say like there's resistance at 85 and you buy at 84, right? We could easily break and go, but you're just asking for trouble at that point, you know? Right? Because you most likely bought around this. You bought this thing like right there, right? Right below the level we talked about being resistance. And to me, like when you do that, then your stop loss needs to be a lot tighter, or yeah, you live and you learn though, right? Because what you're basically doing is you're buying right below resistance and selling right below, right above support, right? If support is 70 cents and your stop loss is 73, then you're setting yourself up for like to be pissed. Setting yourself up to be pissed. There goes FJet again. JTI, yeah, had a mini run there to 85, but that's about it. Super slow. Third day in a row, 40% account gains. Ooh, spikes. Ooh, wee. My goodness. And what? And thrust. Love it. Yeah, they go 79. Mark, keep talking about it, Thomas, and it's gonna keep wanting to go. So here comes 80 cents almost. So hopefully break. What's your entry price, Thomas? I think you're agreeing on this position. Megan, do you see why that's dangerous, right? You put your stop loss at 73 cents, you're gonna be pissed when that thing bounces off 70 cents. Right? So you're buying at resistance and selling at support. It's a recipe for to break the computer screen. I'm kidding, kidding. Okay, can we? Yeah, but that 80 cents is still resistance. So 80 cents, still resistance. What are we looking at, Tamina? You're joining late due to work. Next time you tell your boss, watch. No, we've been watching ACON, JTAI, and FlyX for the most part this morning. A few other random names, but those have been the three for the most part. Um, FlyX is kind of stalling in the supply area now, so your next breakout might come if you break above 750, 740, 750 on FlyX. And then ACON is still holding that bottom, right? So stay above the bottom, there's still a chance, right? So at least it's back above $8 now. You got in pre-market at 80 cents. Okay, I see. So you're basically sitting at break even here, um, Thomas. Yeah, you really need to push then. Somebody pray for Thomas. Yeah, that 80 cents is being an annoying level. Ron, well done. Sometimes bigger names like that, are way nicer. Like the levels are cleaner. Not easier to scalp, but you can kind of see what you're doing. Frankie, you in at 80 cents as well? Dang, you guys really need this to break 80 cents then. Come on, JTI. Turn on the jets. Where are those damn jets? Where are those damn jets? Some nice unusual volume candles on this one here. Raven, maybe this is the bottom feed play for you. Maybe that's a Raven bottom feed play. Interesting. Very, very interesting, huh? Let's go. 980. You nibbled at 790, 790? Okay. Jaden has $1 bill and two pennies. How much?
Jaden has $1 bill, 1 quarter, and 2 pennies. How much money does he have? Jaden broke.
That video never gets old. Jaden broke no more. Jaden, thank you for the super chat. Thank you, thank you. It doesn't get old, does it? Jaden broke. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, we needed that. Yeah, Acon's just playing too many games there, Yogi. Playing too many games there. Come on now, push already. And then FlyX is looking okay. Obviously, still needs to close the candle above 750 though, right? Not quite doing that yet. And then JTI, still right below that 80 cents. Why does it hit 80 cents so much? I don't know. I don't know why. Raven is bugging his wife again. Raven, leave your wife alone, please. Yeah. uh, Rob, yes, good. Can you buy? Can you buy? I mean, think about that question though, right? M. Here we are saying how 80 cents is an annoying level. You want to buy right below 80 cents, right? I think at this point you're better off waiting for dip skis, or you're better off letting it break out on its own. Yeah, you know what I mean. So Yeah. Another. Yeah, Jason, what did you play with today? Quick question on Acon. We have a fake candle at 10 15 on Acon. Acon is really trying there. 10 15, which it went to 940. If I had a 930, it would fail. Yes, Rumpton. Yes, it would fail. Yeah. Yes. 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 Right. Again, that was the video from yesterday, right? We literally talked about this in that short. If you haven't watched the short, watch it. Right. Again, you clearly have resistance. You have a fake breakout. If you tried to play this fake breakout, they would have sent you a message. They would have sent you a message, in you know and that message would have said,
Congratulations, you played yourself.
yeah, that's exactly what that message would have said. Right. So don't buy these fake breakouts because you're gonna end up in the abyss. To get out of pre-market at 95 and now you got greedy. You're up nearly, oh my goodness, Thomas, come on now, come on, Thomas, at least sell half of it, sell half. Right, just remember, you don't have to sell the whole position. You could sell 80% of it. Right, you can see a lot of people doing that. Right, CM says that all the time. I sold 80%. Rob, I sold 80%. Right, sell half of it. Don't just sit there and wait for the perfect number. Yeah, other Jason, another, yeah. Villain, it's not bad, right? Yogi, that thing is just teasing the 50 EMA and the V and the Chrono there at right below 820 Acon. Teasing. Yeah, that looks good. SXTC Bilal and Protect. Yeah, it's a nice pop. Damn, that's a good breakout. See, that's one of those not the fake breakout, right? It's a good breakout. That thing, it says it has a 75 million share flow. That number doesn't seem accurate though, does it? Doing pre-market grinded. Yeah, no. Good job, Chris. Good jobs. SXTC's halted up. You stopped out in the green? Okay, yeah. That 50 EMA there, sometimes when you're below these moving averages, it's so annoying because you have a good entry, but they're still acting as resistance levels. Right? Even though it still looks good, it's still just going back and forth here. Holding the demand in the 200, but then failing at the 50. And then GTI is still failing at 80 cents. Why? Because it can. Right? And then FLYX still below 750, so there's nothing to see there. 32. At least it's above $30 for the day. Yeah. It is looking a bit sus there, isn't it? It's been stalling there for quite some time now. It's been like 10, 20 minutes. It's been stalling there. Stalling. Yep. If it breaks above that level, then I think we're gonna, run into the. You can buy it. Any idea why? They do that all the time, Nico. They do that all the time. Maybe this is gonna signal some China rallies. Yep, just needs to give you a nice breakout. Good thing you had that stop loss in the green there, Yogi. Right. So I think this is something that a lot of people need to do. It's like, okay, fine, right? I got in. So Yogi got into this position at 790, right? So right around this price. Why consolidating and curling of the 200 EMA? Trying to, right? So, but then we push up, and you realize that, okay, you know what? As much as I want this thing to go boom ski, and as much as we're only sitting at $8 and something cents, it's not a whole lot. But I should still put a stop loss in the green, right? Because if you don't, guess what? We're back to zero. You know what I mean? So sometimes you're in a position and you're like, dang, I really would like this thing to go boom, right? But you don't control the markets, right? You just have to make decisions based on price action, not on your feelings, right? So make decisions on price action, not on what you want to see happen, not on what you hope happens, not on what you expect to happen, right? You buy a stock, right? And you buy a stock at this price because it's telling you that it's giving you the signs, right? But then you push up a little bit and it's giving you other signs of like, hey, we have a problem, right? And the longer you stall there, the more warning signs you get, right? You probably should make a decision, right? Stop loss even, stop loss slightly green, whatever happens happens, right? It hits, cool, whatever. Yep, exactly, Robert, exactly. And mentally it feels okay, right? Like, you take a small win. It's not a whole lot. It's not always about the money, is it? Sometimes just taking that small win from the market can feel amazing from a psychological point of view. Small wins, they make you feel good, right? They make you feel like you made the right decision, um, and vice versa. Sometimes you take a 1 cent loss and you feel so defeated, right? Like I've had conversations with people that are barely losing anything, right? It's like, oh, I lost $20. Is $20 going to change your life? No, it's not. But you feel so down on yourself because you don't feel like you're making progress, right? So it's not always about the money when it comes to trading. Sometimes it's just, like these small, like, progress moves, if you want to call them that. They feel good. So when you're in a position, move your damn stop loss up, right? Especially when you see that it's stalling, or you see that like you have issues, like the candles are showing you that there's a problem. Move your stop loss up, right? It's not always about the money. Yeah, if you didn't, yeah, there you go, Bilal. Exactly. Does it have the same setup? No, no. The difference with this one, Bala, is like it was stalling, but you were stalling right at the highs of the day. So when it breaks out, people get excited, right? Whereas if you look at FlyX, like it's stalling, but the high is still, and you're in the red zone, obviously, but the high is all the way up there. So it's not the same, right? But maybe if it breaks above 750 though, like you could easily push back to $9. Jason, yes, 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 yes. Yeah. It's not about the money, but it's about the money. Uh, and then it drops, so you avoided a bigger loss. There you go, Robert. Exactly. Yep, exactly. Spikes, right? I've lost $7,000 and I've lost $7, right? Loss hurts no matter what. Exactly. It's telling me my email is already registered. Has anybody had this issue, guys? Um, has anybody had, like, I know some of you guys have had this issue. When you're trying to connect to Discord and it says the email is registered already, what do you do? You should, like, I don't think you need to register, do you, Hebrew? Right, you just need to click on it and then follow the steps, watch the video and follow the steps. Yeah, disconnect and reconnect. Yeah, right. So I'm going to send you that link again in the bottom of at the bottom, like at the bottom of the chat, Hebrew. Click that link again. You shouldn't have to register or claim anything. You just have to go to the getting started channel, watch that video. It's going to walk you through, or watch, follow the screenshots in there. There you go, Rod. Beautiful. I changed my swinging for the fence to base hits, and I'm up 20%. Isn't that, like, that's what we try and tell you guys every day, right? Stop looking for home runs. right? When you're looking for home runs, you find the bridge. When you're looking for base hits, you usually somehow end up finding the home runs. Yeah, yeah. That was more of a retest of the VWAP and the 200 EMA on a smaller time frame for SPY. Yeah, it was just a retest of key levels. Dan, your breakfast is amazing. Like your breakfast is amazing, amazing, amazing. Of course you do, Vala. Of course you do. And you could tell Dan puts, I mean, maybe the camera is just really good. The pictures are usually really nice too. Ridiculous. The good the if you're still in put still spikes, right? Watch that 90, obviously, right? So 690. Because we're basically just going back to the same top. If we break above that top and we close above that top, then you maybe have a problem. But if we don't close, then it's just a retest of the top. They might just be testing that a few times just to cause chaos. Finally, it's about time. Yeah. Finally, there it goes. JTAI. Yeah. Like I'm just telling you guys stuff, that like helped me, or just stuff that like, I would want to know. You know what I mean? So, right? Like as amazing as it feels to be in a stock that goes up 100%, you know what feels even better? To not have to go back to work because you're making 10%, right? Like, hey, I just made 10% today. Oh, I just made 10%, tomorrow. Oh, the next day, 10%. You know what? I'm not hitting 100% like these guys, but I'm making 5%, 10% here and there, and I don't have to go back to work. Oh, it's been 6 months. Oh, it's been a year now. Oh, it's been 5 years. You know what? This is amazing, right? You know what? 10%, 5% here and there. That's all you need, right? So here comes the top again, 85. Megan, do you see why we say, we said earlier, right? So when you're buying a stock at resistance and setting your stop loss right above support, you're asking for problems, right? Because your stop loss was 73 cents, right? I hope it didn't hit though. Did your stop loss hit, Megan? If you bought it early enough, it did. But if you bought it later, then it never hits, right? And then you're back to green now. Exactly, Bilal. Exactly. 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 I like it a lot, Raven. I like it. Good job, Megan. Yeah, at least you're back to break even in green now. So good job. Yeah, but next time, look for the support instead, right? Closer to 70 cents, better than closer to resistance at 85 cents. Belen, good job. Good job, good job. Yeah, it's still just going sideways, but ACON is still in that range, Yogi. So you could have scalped that a few times, but yeah, hopefully you get a pop here. So like I said earlier, as long as we could stay above, the 770, 760, whatever level we mentioned, just stay above this bottom here for ACON, right? And then hopefully break back above the 50 EMA. JTI, of course, right? Surprise, surprise. No, like we're still in that resistance area, right? We're still here, so we need to really break out if it wants to cook. You know why it's going down? Because criminals like Raven and Hinu, right? A lot of people are selling at resistance, right? So we talked about this yesterday, right? When you see resistance on the left hand side like that, just be aware. Like the next time we get there, just be ready. People are gonna want to sell that spot. Blame Yogi and not Yogi, Raven and Hinu. Holding bags. Yep. Leo, exactly. Yep. Yep. And so like sometimes too, Bilal, like people are like, oh, but like, how big does I need over 25K, right? No, you don't. You really don't need 25K to be, to trade with, right? Again, like Bilal mentioned earlier, right? Just 10% of your $5,000 position, and you're happy, right? You cut that in half and you're still happy. So yeah. Yeah, right. So baby steps, please. JTI still looks okay though. Hopefully we can get a breakout here. Yep, voila. There you go. There you go. Icon is at new session high, so that's the Icon is the stock that did a split earlier today. Icon, Icon Living. So the float in this is nice and low now. Right, Icon looks nice actually. Look at that. Damn. La 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 la. Well done. Well done. Icon looks nice. That's a nice pop. Yeah. So these guys did a split this morning, right? Or from last night to this morning, and that's a really nice push. Icon Living. Good job, Frankie. Good job. Good job. Did you take any gains yet, Thomas? My hope is now though that like JTI has been playing a lot of games, right? Hopefully now we can break out, but you can't really trade like that, can you? Right? When you're at a level like this, you have to make a decision. You either sell all of it, you sell some, or you move your stop loss up, right? Because two things are gonna happen. We're gonna break out, or we're gonna crash again, right? And you don't know that. We don't have the answer to that. So yeah, you can see that a lot of people in the chat are taking their gains, right? A lot of other people are taking gains. So I hope we break out, but that's not a guarantee. Yeah, exactly. Yogi, just too much stalling here, right? When you're stalling like this and everybody's looking around, they're like, so Icon is running, JTI is trying to push, and you're telling me that I'm just gonna sit in this. Yeah, when your stock goes sideways like that for an extended period of time, people tend to just like move on. He goes 85. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. You can do it. How to make a small fortune in trading? Start with a huge fortune. Yeah. Come on, do it for Thomas. You can do it. 86. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. Thomas is starting to smile now. 87. Here we go. Thomas is holding a big position too, So every penny is like it's like $1,000 for Thomas. uh Criminal. Something working for me, it's because you have no, yeah, exactly. Not working is because you have no plan. Exactly. It's nice to like reflect like that. Yep. Yep. Exactly. Exactly, Raven. Really, Leo? Like, is it hmm. Yeah, hopefully you like what's the cause of that though? Is it just a thing that people get, or because you got scared? HK, there's nothing wrong with that, right? There's nothing wrong with that. You bought it right above support and you sold it for a nice gain. Yeah. La la la. Yeah. Speaking of risk management, Thomas, Thomas, Thomas doesn't do what Thomas doesn't do risk management. Thomas says, you know what, all in, every day, all in, and pray. Ah, yeah. No, absolutely. I mean, Thomas has been there already. Minimal. Thomas started with $40,000 and then went to 100K and then ended up at $10,000, right? And then came back. Ride or die, Tim. He's like a Manchester United fan. Uh, ACON, if it holds. I mean, you're not dealing with lows of the day. So yeah, just make sure you have a good stops there on that thing, please and thank you. Yep, we tied yesterday. Mm-hmm. A game you should have won. Arsenal, you are? Yeah, Arsenal look good right now. Yeah, they have a game today. Because I was holding green. That's why I don't want to put until you follow your plan 100%. Yeah, come on now, 87. Maybe JTI is gonna be the slow and steady beauty now, back to $1. Yeah, 88 pennies. Play. Yeah, should. That is pretty damn good. Whereas you can make 20% daily and sometimes within minutes. Exactly, Raven. Exactly. Yep. There goes 89 cents. Thomas, you should be up like at least $5,000 right now. So make sure you don't give it away. Any input on Icon? Icon is just a low float stock now, right? They've just done a split, so um, yeah, I think it's going to be important to see how like it performs. Like if you really wanted to play with this, the breakout would have been a good spot, right? So like this was a good breakout. So now your next breakout is going to be at 420, which is really common, right? People love to sell at 420, right? That's exactly what they've done right there, 420 and then dip. So um, yeah. So unless we find a new consolidation area or we break above that 420, you just want to be patient with it. Alrighty. So there's no news on that thing. There it goes, 91.50. Woo, looking good now. Thomas is up almost $7,000. Yeah. Anyways, So the last high was that $1 level, obviously, because it always is. And now we're pushing into that supply zone. You could almost sell like $10,000 worth every time we stall, Thomas, and you still be okay. La, 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 la. Yeah. Oh yeah, you did send me a message in Discord. Uh, Unless that was somebody else. The only person I got a message from was from Pelish. If that's you, then I got a message. Hebrew, I can see that. Oh, there you go. You should be able to connect now, Hebrew. Okay. Yep. Yep. I agree with that. Yeah. Should I buy now? uh, is it too late? Should I buy now? Yeah. Spikes, you see what happened with SPY, right? Like that level, that 690, those puts would have been still nice there and then still slapped. So and now it's pushing back up for that same area again. But as long as you stay above 690, stay below 690. If you break above 690 and you close above it, oof, oof, oof. Yeah. Then if it breaks above that level, then they're gonna cook it. Choo, choo, choo. No. Third time to blast off? Yeah, probably. Probably. FLYX is slowly coming back up again. Slowly. ACON? Yeah, retesting the breakdown spot. So retesting support, that previous support, now resistance, 770. And then it goes SXTC with the curl. Icon actually did a really good job, right? Really good job. So that was a good retest. 370. So that was the previous resistance. Breakout, retest, and then push back up again to $4. Yeah, it's yeah, almost to be expected, Rob, into tomorrow. Mm. Mm. Yep. I mean, so for now for JTAI, yeah, not quite yet. Yeah, not quite yet. As long as this thing stays above 85 now, like if we can, just get a higher low, If this thing breaks above that last high, you're gonna get a lot of hype, lots of hype. So still looks okay. You're thinking about it, RJ? Yeah, I mean, as long as it stays above the right. So I posted the chart in the bottom feed channel. So it doesn't look bad. It looks like a nice potential swing play. So let me take a look. Diamond. Let's take a look. Yeah. So this is more of a retest after the breakout, which is to be expected. There we go. Nice bounce. Right. So JTI still looks okay. Alrighty. So Thomas is willing to, give some of the gains away to make more. That's what you have to be willing to do sometimes. Yeah, that's what you have to be willing to do sometimes, especially like when you look at the chart. Like you look at this chart now after breaking above 85, it's completely okay, right? As long as you consistently get those higher lows and higher highs and next high breakouts, that's fine. Yeah, you bought the dip, Richard. Nice. So looks fine to me, right? Type yes in the chat if you're still holding JTI. You criminals. Type yes in the chat if you're still holding JTAI. There goes 93, 93.50. 93.50, 94 cents, 94.50. Thomas is back to up $9,000 again. Yeah. I mean, when did people buy? A lot. We talked about 70 cents this morning so much. Like, hey, the support around 70 cents, around 70 cents, around 70 cents, above the two. You see these circles right here? We put these circles earlier today, right? It's holding support, and then boom skis. Right? So a lot of people got in around 70 cents. Or made the last dip. Or the breakout. Right? Uh EST. Uh there we go. Yep, exactly. So the last resistance now is $1. $1. $1. Looking good. Looking very nice. Yeah, $1 thrust. Send it, send it, send it. And SPY went back to the same top spikes and failed again, 690. So that level seems to be like a crackhead level. They don't want to let it break above that level. They said no, you shall not pass. But GTI on the other hand says, but I want to go. Yeah, RJ, not bad at all, right? Yeah, it's a bottom feed Raven play. Yeah, Dan. Yeah, yeah. I'm honestly not surprised because we have that decision tomorrow. Unless something leaks and they know what's gonna happen. Yeah. I think they just want to keep it in the same area, unless they break it out or crash it, something. 14. Your average on ACON is $1,400. What do you mean, Leo? Because of the splits and whatnot, or what? Yeah, yeah. Icon said rejected again at 420. I guess they just wanted 420. Let me take a look at GXAI. Oh, okay. Not bad, huh? Not bad. Again, I really like the daily chart on this thing. I really like it. I really like it. Why? Because look at this, guys. Look at this. I already talked about this. Look at this. You see that bottom right there? You see this bottom right there? That was $1, right? Oh, look. Oh, look left. Oh my days. So December 2025, $1. August 2025, $1. Oh, April 2025, $1 pump. Oh, November 2024 pump. I think that's it. Anyways, I just like the bottom, right? Like that was just such a good bottom there. So if you're gonna take a gamble, that just seemed like a good gamble, right? And then we obviously came back to the $1 again. But yeah, $1 was the easy gamble, 20%, right? Anywhere else, not so much, right? You're gonna have resistance right there at $1.30, like right there. Why? Because look left, right? Look right there, $1.30. Also, the algo is pointing to a downtrend right there, and the 50 EMA right there. So you're gonna have some issues in that area. So the easy money was $1, unless it breaks out again. If it breaks out, cool, right? Maybe So yeah, if that thing can break out, then fine, right? Other than that, though, anyways. If it breaks $1, Lambo, Thomas, Lambo. Thank you for the super chat. No, we'll take a look once we actually break $1. We'll take a look. Usually it's $1.20, but we have to look at the daily. So what I'm saying is set an alert. No, what I'm saying is we already spammed it a few times in the swing channel, right? Because that was a swing play, not a momentum play. It's a swing play. Executed my first real trade on JTAI 93, 96, 97-ish. Applied the formal method you thought. Did I do anything wrong? Let me take a look. So 93. I think what you did there was so FOMO in the sense that, like, if you're gonna FOMO the breakout, right? So no, I mean, the only thing that's concerning is we're in a supply zone, but you did okay. So you basically played a breakout, right? Like a mini breakout, right? So what you did was, again, you like this level right there, right? That's what you did, and then you took your monies, right? So the only issue is we're in a supply zone, but other than that, yeah, you made money. So good job, well done, high five, well done. Acon is back to the 200 EMA. Not bad, not bad, not bad, not bad, not bad. Pretty easy so far today for applied. Oh, yeah, that is a nice chart, isn't it? Yeah, yeah, that's nice run. 60% of yeah, it's okay. Let's go. Okay. Yep. No. Yeah. Just take your time, right? Slow progressions. Yeah. Saturn, yeah, you'll be okay. Take your time. And then guess what? If honestly, if you were playing like zero DTE puts on SPY, every time we got to 690, you would have made some nice money today, right? Yeah, like we're just ranging up, down, up, down, up, down. Eventually, one of these levels will break. Eventually, right? But today's been a nice, you know, like zero DTE put $1 scalps. Nothing crazy though. Uh, Rob, why are you hiding? For a bit. Uh, yeah, yeah. Like so, when you schedule a one-on-one diamond, all the times are in Eastern time. Whenever I mention a time, always Eastern. Um, yeah, because it gets messy if we don't use the same time zone as the market. Yeah, gets messy, messy, messy. I used to. I don't do it anymore. I lost to. I lost. I most of the time when I played earnings, I lost money. So I don't play earnings anymore. Honestly, I'd rather YOLO on some zero DTEs than play earnings. Uh, uh, you know, yeah. Most of the time when I played earnings, they even if I picked the right direction, they still scammed me. So like, you know what? Screw you guys. At that point, I might as well just swing a nice YOLO momentum play. SXTC, that's a nice push, isn't it? China, 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 China. It's a nice pop. Yeah. Again, honestly, I wish Thomas took some money because to me that's pretty obvious, right? Hopefully you get another higher low because that's exactly what it's doing, right? So right there, obvious, right? So when you get to the higher low, to the top, right? Because this is the top, right? You want to take half of those gains. For now, it looks fine still. Why? Because this potentially is just another higher low test, right? So ever since we hit that bottom there, it's been creating higher lows, right? You still want to take some gains, right? But at the same time, it still looks fine. If we create a lower high and a lower low, then you have a problem, right? Then I'm just then I'm gonna slap Thomas myself. Uh, when you yeah, yeah, now you're sitting at the double top. I don't think it hates you though. You know what I mean, Bilal? When you look at this chart, right, you can see exactly what we talked about in the one-on-ones, right? And if you had a good stop loss, you're completely okay, right? Yeah, a modest, fee. Yeah. Yep. I want to see a GXAI squeeze. Squeeze. But that thing obviously needs volume because the volume is super low, super super low. Up 10K on Tesla. I was up 14K, but it's been going down. Should I sell or keep doing covered calls a week? Let me take a look. Tesla. Why do we have this level circle? Why is that? Probably because there's an uptrend there. Look at that, right? So look at that. Look at that uptrend on Tesla, right? So this is the 4 hour time frame. Support, support, support. Cool. Right again, right there, right? Same uptrend, same uptrend, same uptrend. You're sitting on that uptrend now and you're bouncing. Would I sell Tesla at that price? No, I would not, right? I would not. You're up a lot though, right? You're up a lot. So I'm not quite sure what your intention is with the position entertainment. You have to always think of that too, right? Like, what's my intention here? Was it to make a lot of money and sell it, or is this long term, right? But now though, you already let it sell off, right? Like this would have been a good time to sell. Why? Because you like, I mean, look at that. Tesla sat right below 500, and 500 is a pretty big level, right? And it sat there for 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, 5, 6, 7, 8 days, 8 trading days. Tesla sat right below 500 and then start to dip, right? If you wanted to sell, you had all the reason to sell at that price. Now that we're retesting an uptrend though in a demand zone, would I sell Tesla now? No. As long as Tesla stays above like 425, I think you're okay to do cover calls, you know? But if we break below that level, then you might be headed back for 390. Just keep that in mind, right? So yeah, that was the close to $500. Like it's a nice round number. That would have been a good spot to take those gains, right? Again, if you look at the reason I say that again is if you look at the 4 hour chart, right? You can see that Tesla has been holding this same uptrend, right? Like all for how long now? However long this has been, right? I think I just stopped going down, but like let's just start right here since August. So for a few months now, it's been holding this same uptrend, right? So hopefully it holds again and it goes back up for you. Always afraid it's gonna go boomski without you. Yeah, Tesla's one of those companies. Ryan, welcome to the community. Welcome, 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 Ryan. Somebody help me out. What level did Ryan sign up for? Welcome, Ryan. Yeah, Mushashi, Jericho. Like that's not a horrible spot though, isn't it? Right? Unless something crazy happens on Friday, because it might happen on Friday where like the Supreme Court bets against decides to go against Trump and the markets get slapped, right? So that might be a good spot for some cash secured puts. Yeah. Thank you, KB. Thank you, Cindy. Thank you, guys. Ryan, welcome to the community. Alrighty. This is your Discord invite. So click that link and follow the steps in the Getting Started channel. Jake, beautiful. I like that. Right. Double top exit. Right. Still looks okay, but that's a pretty good exit. Well done. Let's go. JTI? No, like I said for JTI looks fine if you're willing to leave room for more dips. Why? Because it's still getting higher lows. If at any point it doesn't do that anymore, you have a problem. For now, if you look at every time we go up and we dip, the new dip is higher than the last dip. The new dip is higher than the last dip, right? So as long as it keeps doing that, that's fine. If it doesn't do that, then you have a problem. Then you have a problem. Alrighty. So again, we're obviously in the red zone. So I still think you should have taken half of the profits, right? And then back to the monster, right? So like I said, SXTC still looks really good, right? But that wasn't a bad spot to take gains, even though it looks good. Right? Damn, look at that thing cook, guys. My days. Look at that. Sheesh. It's not. It's a monster stock. That's what it is. Yeah. Seriously, like Dan, NQ, and they're just going up and down and up and down. There you go, $6, guys. Damn, damn. Damn. Actually, it's not halted up. That was a glitch on my end. It is maybe spikes when he takes a short position, he calls it, you know, you know, you know what, spikes. You're so lucky you're cooking spy today. You're so lucky you're cooking spy. I'm kidding. Anyways, thank you for the super chat, spikes. Thank you. I don't take short positions. So take that. Take that. What now? Already he did SB. Yeah. Let's go, spikes. Keep cooking, please. Keep cooking. Yeah, no, I don't know what they're gonna decide tomorrow, but we shall see. Like I said, for JTI, I still think you should have taken half of the gains at least, right? Because that's a pretty big level for resistance. Hopefully, you get another curl here, though. Hopefully. Wow, 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 wow. You know what? I'm just gonna ignore you guys now. I'm just gonna ignore you guys. What's happening tomorrow? So the Supreme Court is making a decision on the Trump tariffs, right? So yeah, making a decision on the Trump tariffs, whether they're leaving them or saying get the hell out of here, whether they're legal or not legal. Nope, I'm just gonna ignore you guys. Mm-mm. So that's why they're just taking the markets, kind of sideways today. I bet you. Come on, JTI, do something crazy. I mean that will for the most part affect like the launch cap stocks. I trade tomorrow. There's nothing wrong with that. Right? That's more so for the large cap stocks. Alrighty, don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Don't you worry about that. 93.40. Are tariffs bad for the market? You see gaming. Well, what's bad for the market is uncertainty, right? If you notice, every time the market's crashed is because the market's like, what does this mean, right? So yeah, the market just likes to know what's going on, right? So now that we've gone past tariffs and whatnot, look at where the market's at now, right? Like look at where we're at, all-time highs. Well, we were at all-time highs. So it's not about like tariffs being bad for the market. It's just the market likes to know what's going on. So like so regardless of what happens tomorrow, like the market just likes to like it's going to depend on how they make the decision, right? Here we go. 98 pennies again. Can this thing break $1? We asked for something crazy, like one break above $1. Get that rubbish out of here. MTEN. $1 does not determine our trade policy. If they rule against the terrorists, we have a crisis on our hand. No, and the markets will really tank. Yeah, yeah. Honestly, at this point, Chris, they'll figure it out. There's really nothing we can do. You know what I mean? Here comes $1, guys. $1 going once. Oh, $1. We tapped $1 again. Ooh, damn. Okay. Can they hold the stock up while they're at it? $1 has been broken. $1 make you holla. $1 make you broke. Let's see where that candle closes. Type yes in the chat if you're still holding JTAI. Type yes in the chat if you're still holding JTAI. Yeah, so you're going to see some of the other names back off a little bit. $97 user monies. 230,000 shares. That's Thomas. That is Thomas. Yeah. No, that's a nice push. That's a very nice push. Yeah, cup and handle. Yeah, exactly. A cup and a handle. 80 cents chance. There you go. Good jobs. Take a look at this one. Okay. Steph says, please give us a heads up. Come on, Empress. Not yet. Thomas is waiting for $1.50. $1.20 actually is what he's waiting for. Yeah. Thomas says, what's going on? 104. 104. What's going on? To the salt mines? Okay, sounds good, Rod. 35% today and 100%. Let's go. Well done. High five. You can go to the salt mines with a smile on your face, Good job. $105. Okay, let me zoom. I just want to see what the daily chart looks like here. Yeah, because I think you guys mentioned $1.10 already, and you can see why $1.10 is a level there, right? And then a dollar, yeah, $1.30-ish, unless people sell at $1.20. Okay, it's all just the same levels, right? But again, should you be scaling out? Yeah. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Yeah, I just saw the alert there for CGTL. CGTL. Frankie, what happened? Did you sell? Come on, Frankie. Good. Oof, that is nice, Mark. That is nice. I like that. Very nice. I like it. Take a look. In the car with the heater on and reading. So, wow. Thomas is dedicated to the all-ins, guys. Dedicated. My goodness. Thomas has been parked in the car with the heater on waiting. Oh my days. Oh my days. That is wild. That is wild. Let me see what the daily looks like actually on that test. Yeah. uh, yep. I mean, again, like I said, Thomas, you should be scaling out. 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 Right? Should be scaling out. You're still up. You're still up. You're still up. Like what, Thomas? Like $9,000. Yeah, so you're still okay, right? Thomas, don't so it's minimal. That's a difficult question. That is a difficult question. 42. Uh, okay. Yeah, Beyond Meat. Yeah. Yes, yes. Again, as long as the stock keeps getting higher lows, that's okay, right? So, for those of you that like, for those of you that like ask yourselves, like, hey, how do I hold on to a stock all day, right? Think of Thomas, right? And think of like how difficult that is, right? So, you have to look for things that are like, okay, you know what? If we just keep getting higher lows, I'm going to stay in the position, So, yeah, because it's in hindsight, you go to the end of the day and you're like, dang, JTI is at $2. Dang, how do I hold all day? But when you're in the middle of the trade, you just have to look for reasons to like higher lows, and if not, that's okay too. Take your money and run. Can you please look at FLYX 680? You don't know why you're in at six. You don't know why you're in at 680. I don't know why you're in at 680 either. I don't know why. Yeah, just try and stay above the 200 EMA there, Chris. So try and stay above like 610, please and thank you. Minimal, yeah. CGTL keeps popping there. Okay, looks like we're back to 99 cents. So this is what I mean, right? Like you have to be willing to take the risk and just hope for higher lows, right? Like that's what you have to hope. Look at that. It's back to 102 already, right? So if that question ever comes to mind, like how do I stay all day in a stock, then the best thing to do is to look for higher lows. There goes 103. So 104. So use Thomas as a case study. Alrighty. Case study. Interesting. uh, no, I think you just need, like, you need a strategy, right? You can't just sit in a stock and pray, because that's how you end up in jail. That's how you end up losing money. There goes 105. $105. Oh, there goes the breakout. So here comes that first 110 level. Z110. Out of the bathroom. Let's go. Oh, funny, Daryl. Good job. So again, 110 is your next little resistance there. Send you a okay. You can do it. You can do it. Yeah. Yeah, no, they're definitely doing that on purpose. So, spikes. What did you get into, KB? What did you get into? What did you buy? 100%. Every time I look at the spy chart, I just laugh. Just laugh. Quick $100, 90. Let's go. Let's go. Come on now, Justin. Well done. I like it. Yeah. Quick $100. I like it. Saturn says I'm up 2K today. I think I should hop off and come on, Saturn. If you take another trade, I will slap the rubbish out of you. Your mom is gonna come find me and beat me, Anyways, so you better be done for the day. Alrighty, good job. I like the progression as well. Yeah. Practice and then real monies and then boom skis. Well done. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. If you can 2K a day, maybe the top 1% today, top 5% max made $1,000 today. Alrighty, so congratulations. Happy days, Harmon. Well done. Congrats. Well done, guys. Well done. If you're green for the day, type yes in the chat. If you're green for the day, type yes in the chat. Yeah. Yes, 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 yes. Well done, everybody. Well done. Well done. Yes, in the chat. Well done. I like it. Yeah, most of you are green today. Daryl, keep cooking, please. Keep cooking. Is that true? No, I'm just saying like top, like top 5% in terms of like, revenue, income in like in the entire world on the states, right? If you make $2,000 a day, whether that's trading or at your job, right? Your top 5% of of money making. Yeah. I like, yeah, Tesla looks good at that spot, doesn't it? It's really trying to bounce, really trying to bounce there. So, did you do those cash secured puts, Jericho? Yeah, as long as you're green, Megan, as long as you're making money, as long as you are making money. I gotta, no, that's okay, Venna, right? That's okay. That's okay. You never want to look at someone else's journey, because you never want to look at someone else's journey and say, I wish I was doing what that person is. I'm doing what. Anyways, you know what I'm trying to say, right? So yeah, just focus on you and one step at a time. The rest are extra. Yeah. Yes. 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 Comparison is a thief of joy. I agree. I'm okay doing 2K a month. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. I think, yeah, Jericho, it already bounced, off that level. So yeah, no, I understand. Yogi, yes. My daily goal is 2K. I trade every day, but I do take a lot of vacations. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Otherwise, it's not really worth it though, right, Yogi? So yeah, I like it. I like it. I like it. I think Dan's daily goal is also close to 2K, something like that. For more red days, yeah, Jericho. Yeah, if we get some bad news tomorrow, we could see a lot of blood in the markets. A lot of blood in the markets. Oh yeah, Tesla is aggressively bouncing up that level, aggressively. So yeah, the low is 24. It's a, yeah, 30, 35 going on 36. So aggressively, ACON is still holding a 730 double bottom. JTAI is pretty slow, which honestly is not a bad thing. Is this the boomski? Yeah, all the way back to the top again. Why? Because why not? Because why not? Yep. Maybe this is the boomski actually. That's a pretty aggressive pop. SPY just hit highs of the day. Highs of the day. That's a nice pop. That is a nice pop. And GTS says, okay, why not me? Why not me? Why not me? I want to go to. That's like your favorite stock now. KB SMX. Yeah. Some really nice pops. Let's go. MSTX chart and yeah, sure. I'll take a look in a second. I want to see if we can break out here $1.10, and then I'll take a look. Okay, there we go. $1.10 highs of the day. Double top test. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. How's it looking? Are you in a position, Lioness? JTAI. So yeah, that $1 break and close above would signal another push there. But again, 110 is still resistance, so just be aware. Alrighty. So keep watching those higher lows. As long as you keep getting higher lows, you're still okay. Oh, I missed that. Yogi, you're heading to Hawaii, the 27th to the 19th. Yeah, it is really early. The 27th to the 19th. You're gone for a while then, Yogi. I still didn't get an invite, guys, from Yogi. No invite. Unbelievable. No, I'm kidding. Yogi, that's gonna be fun. I like it. I like it. Yeah, so we're currently feeling at that price, and then yeah, let me know if you are in a position, Lioness, but it doesn't look amazing, right? Let me know, please. I'm gonna set an alert. I think I have an alert already at that price. I should have an alert. Yeah. And then let me take a look at MSTX. I think Dan is going on vacation too this month. Dan, are you going on vacation? Vacations. And then your question is, let me look at the daily on this. Again, I'm not sure what your position is. In terms of like price action, it's really not doing anything other than the usual range. Yeah, it's a long MSTR ETF, right? So 2x long. Yeah, I mean, really not a fan of MSTR, if you couldn't tell. Uh, but what I do know is that this thing needs to break out above 465, because every day so far this week it's been up there and then back down and then up there and then back down, and then so um yeah, it needs to break out if you're looking for a brand new position. That's bullish. Yes and no, right? It's more so consolidating and just going sideways, right? It's the same candle for 4 days now. So if it can break out, then yeah, very bullish. Okay, see, but then you're in a position at 380 something. Yeah, then you're fine. Yeah, you're fine, right? Yeah, yeah, you're in a good position. You just have to wait for the breakout. Like, you're fine. The stock has to break out, if that makes sense. Yup. Out of the downtrend, FLYX. Yeah, that was nice actually. The 200 EMA. Isn't it nice how many times like the, honestly, if you simply just like, if your trading strategy was taking, like gambles of the 200 EMA, it's not bad. Another 200 EMA bounce and then pop. But again, like if you do something like that though, like you need to close the position if we close below the 200 EMA. Right? So you need discipline to do that. Exactly, Jason. Yeah. So many times we look at these stocks, we're like, oh, duh, here it goes, bounce. The thing looked like trash, but then we bounce up the 200 EMA. So yeah, this looks good. Your next resistance is $7. $7. The fourth time for JTAI. The second. So double top and then retesting $1. So needs a higher low at the $1. Mm, 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 mm. What's ACON doing? Still going sideways? And then still at that $7 level. Yeah. No, again, the good thing for JTI is like you can clearly see the higher lows and it looks okay. And now your next support is $1, so it has to stay above $1. It has to stay above $1. Interesting. La, la, down 50 cents since you got it as a swing play. Sure. I think it's, yeah, the energy play. Wait, wait. You're down 50 cents, Frankie? How are you down 50 cents? Don't make me find you. How? Explain yourself. Explain yourself. This morning? Let me take a look. Oh, okay. I see what you did. Yeah. Did you look at the daily though, Frankie? You most likely got this thing right around $9. Yeah, so obviously $9 and 19.50. Right below that 20-cent $20 resistance. Right below, Frankie. After a multi-day run, you went to the 4 hour. Same though. Same. Yeah, that thing's been running for some time. Yep, I agree, Raven. Yeah, I think between $1 and $1.10 here. Yeah. Yes. Because if that thing breaks below, then all of a sudden you're in a difficult position. There goes $7.16 for FLYX. That's a nice pop. Again, the magic 200 EMA. Virus. Good morning, Virus. How's your evening? Yeah, at this point though, Frankie, just pick a stop loss, set a stop loss. Pick a stop and set it. And then SPY is still in that same range. Up, down, up, down, up, down. Yeah, I mean that looks like garbage right now, doesn't it, Ryan? Look at that. Look at that. Right? A stock can go from a gem to a not so gemmy in 2 seconds. So taking profits on the way up and having stop losses, very important. Very, very important. And JTAI is still just ranging for now, so still holding $1, which is fine. Just ranging. Maybe this time SPY is gonna cook spikes. Maybe this time. Maybe this time. What do you guys think happen? What do you guys think will happen tomorrow with the Supreme Court? Chaos, probably. But crash or pump? What do you guys think? You added on the dip, okay. Chaos, but you think it's gonna crash? Okay, Matt, you think pump? We want crash. Yes, we want dipskis. We want dips. Probably. Yeah. Yep. The market just wants, to know what's going on. Regardless of the decision, it just has to be clear. If it's confusing, the market's gonna get slapped. So it's not always about, like if it's a bad decision, then okay, maybe we react initially to the downside. But if it's clear, then we'll end up just bouncing back up. Yeah. I still think it's silly though that we waited this long into 2026 to make a decision on tariffs. I think it's pretty silly, but what do we know? AMD, okay. The AMD had really good support yesterday, Virus. Really good support. We will make money on momentum stocks. Yeah, exactly. That stuff is just more so for the launch cap stocks. These momentum stocks really don't care. They really do not care. Pizza, oh, pizza, pizza. But did you sleep in again? Good morning. And then there goes FLYX with a bit of a slap. Amazing money destroyer, advanced money destroyer, AMD. And haven't made any trades. Your call is going straight up, Brittany. Nice. Very nice. What's the bid on this one? Yeah. Yeah, no, if we get slapped tomorrow, you're gonna have some really nice premiums. Some very nice premiums. I think for the most part, everybody's expecting a slap tomorrow. Not sure when the decision is being made though. Let me pull this up. Oh lordy, here we are waiting for dips, you know. Here we are waiting for dips, and you know who says it? The legend himself. The legend. Look at that smile, you know? Stop, avoid. He says don't buy anything. Ah, yeah. I mean, the funny thing is, like, we agree with him now, though. You know, we think dips are gonna come tomorrow. We think dips are gonna come tomorrow. But now that he said it, maybe that's when we're gonna get money printing tomorrow and pump. I doubt it, but maybe he's gonna be right this time. Looks like 10 a.m. is okay. Thank you, Mark. Thank you. That's good to know. 10 a.m. Eastern. Okay. Okay, that's pretty early in the day then. It's not bad. That isn't bad. Nice and early. That's what Grok said? Okay. Grok is pretty useful, like way better than like ChatGPT and some of the other ones. Some of the other ones are so useless, it's not even funny. Yeah. Well, we'll be here. We will be here. Grok, yeah. Can you imagine if it dipped to 38, 39? I was watching I don't know, one of those videos, one of those dudes, the people that do like numerology and whatnot. They predicted that Bitcoin would have a pretty horrible year this year. So like they would slap it to the abyss, like below 70, below 60, below 50. That would be a disaster, wouldn't it? Blood. But we'll be here. Yeah, no, Grok is nice because Grok actually uses, like sometimes if you ask ChatGPT doesn't have, unless maybe I don't have the best version, but sometimes it doesn't give you like, super, super up to date data. We shall see. They really kept the markets flat all day today. Wow. I mean, opportunities were there, but still, damn. All day today, just flat. Uh, to sell tide of waiting. Yeah. That's just today. And then force. Hmm. 2. This is financial advice. Did you learn anything yesterday? Yes, I did. I did, Mark. I did. It was very good. Yeah, it was very good. I did. Let me take a look at AMD. And oh, damn, look at that. The thing too is like, okay, sure, you could do cash secured puts there, right? Nice little bottom. The problem is like you're not gonna go anywhere today, and yeah. I mean, on a daily, like if you get some time in those cash secured put stuff, if it wasn't for what's happening tomorrow, I would say this is a pretty good level. As long as you're getting time, like this is a good level, right? If we want to dip, we could easily get closer to 200, right? Like the demand zone is a little bit lower. The problem is, what if they screw us tomorrow? Then you're really screwed. So yeah, it's a pizza. You need Jesus. That's what you need. That is what you need. Mm, okay. Brittany, what's your position? If you have a question, let me know what your position is, please, and thank you. A lot of sideways price action now. Let's do. When's my first one-on-one? Okay. Okay. Let's do another 15 minutes or so, guys, and then we can hop off and go back to ZD squats. Sound good? Sound good? Sound good. And JTI still looks, interesting. Even we're on a downtrend now, though, so that's yeah. If we break below 95 and we start dropping, yeah, just pack your bags. But for now, if it can kind of play with a dollar and reclaim a dollar, then maybe there's another push. It doesn't look completely dead, does it? It doesn't. It still some signs of life. Still some signs of life. Yeah, that thing crashed all the way to the abyss. Maybe it's coming back now, but don't want to watch them daily because I know there will be yeah, exactly. Exactly, virus. That's one of the best things when it comes to options. Like you need time. Um, unless you're doing what Mark, Jericho, and all the others do, like Luna. But yeah, spikes. How far is the drop from the flow in? uh, you know what, virus? I subconsciously ignored him, and then I thought he actually had a question. Can you make it do something? I don't know how long I can do this for. You should have taken some profits already, Thomas. And how can you make over $10,000 a day and you're still to do something? It's still trying, right? It's still trying. Like it doesn't look dead, but like you're still up $9,000 at least, and you're worried about it doing something. Right? Put a stop loss. Enjoy your day. Don't stress about it. If it goes up, it goes up. If it hits your stop loss, it hits your stop loss. You're gonna end up making more money than most people make in a month, right? In one trade. So don't worry about it. Put a stop loss and go have a cookie. Virus, Lord have mercy. Some people don't make that in 3 months. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Uh, Always it's addictive. Yeah. Yes, yes. Again, Raven mentioned this earlier. You should have sold some of that position though, right? Half of it at least, right? So, if you can stay above 95, I think you'll be okay. But hopefully, Oop. But you're not in a position of sympathy. You're in a position of power. You know, you can do whatever you need to do, right? So, yeah. Stop loss plus cookies equals peace. Exactly. Now you guys see why I like cookies so much. You know, yeah. There's nothing you can do about it. You know, especially knowing that you've made more money than like you know most people make, and then and you're having a cookie. Come back tomorrow and do it again. You know. Yeah. uh, yes, yes, yes. No, use those stop losses, Thomas. They're going to be very important for you, and hopefully by the end of the year you're at $1 million. You know, then we can celebrate, celebrate, celebrate. Eternal peace on earth. Yeah, exactly. Everybody just had cookies, you know, on a daily basis. Everybody would be happy. Yeah. If you die from too much sugar, then you get what are you gonna do after you die? I made some chocolate chip cookies the other day. They're huge. Oh my days. Oh my days. That's amazing. Yep, exactly. Exactly. We became traders so we can have enough money to own our time. Don't let greed make you forget that. Just saying. Yep, I agree. Exactly. So 95 is going to be support for this thing ish, like 95 ish already. So if we can stay above that, that's fine. Maybe JTI can run after hours, right? But for now, again, there's nothing to stress about. It looks good. It looks fine. It just needs to stay above 95 ish, right? And then push back above the downtrend. So, and then hopefully at some point it can break out again. Hopefully, right? But yeah, no, all we wanted Thomas to do was to, take some gains and then put a stop loss on the rest. So then if it rockets, it's like, cool, beautiful, still making money. But if it dips, then it's like, it's okay. Still made a lot of money. Exact, yeah. War kills more people than cookies, so peace on earth, exactly, yeah. What kind of peace are we talking about? The kind that Trump, said talks about and then enters another country. Have you guys seen that video? I mean, to be fair though, maybe, the people of Venezuela probably think, like peace is coming, but because they celebrated it, right? They're happy, so peace for them. You know, they said, Trump, what do you want for the new year? Trump says peace on earth. Next week he entered another country. Ah, what a guy! What a guy! Shish. Only peace I can. Ah, ah. Dan, were you eating more food again? Yup. We became traders so we can own our time. Exactly. That's it. Have too much in common with people of in 2003. Well, yeah. Honestly, what can you do? Peace for Venezuela. Peace for Canada. Peace for Greenland. Leave Canada alone, please. I was watching a video, Spikes, and was it no Tim, and it was this dude that said, "Hey Trump, hey, come to Canada, please." Bring peace to Canada. Ah. Mm, 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 mm. Oh well. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Yeah, lunchtime slowness. Lunchtime slowness. Mm, 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 mm. Mm, 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 mm. Hmm. Yeah. No, I think that's the intention today. There's still a lot of time left on spikes, so maybe eventually it will break, but I think they just want to play games today for with the markets. All about the games today. Mm, 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 mm. Hmm. Interesting. Very interesting. Mm, 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 mm. Hmm. Well, the good thing is you've made your goal already, those spikes. So Colombia, Mexico too, piece of everything everywhere. I don't know about Mexico though. Mexico seems like a. Then again, you never know. You never know. Up then down. Yeah. No, today is just gonna be confusing. Do, 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 do. Pete, are you working today or you're not working? Are you off? Do, 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 do. Yeah, no, it broke the downtrend, right? So, which is really important, right? Really, really, we've talked about this so many times, right? So, breaking the downtrend is a really important piece of the puzzle, isn't it? And you just saw exactly what happened again, right? So, downtrend, 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 break, close above, and then pop. So not bad, right? So again, we've said this quite a few times. Like JTI still looks fine. It looks fine as long as we stay above the bottom there, that last area. So it just nice breakout. So the stock just doesn't look like it's done, right? Yeah, it just doesn't look like it's done yet. But it needs to break above that 110, 107. Correct, Steph. Correct. Yeah, the momentum stocks don't care. They really don't care. Half of the people trading momentum stocks don't even know what's going to happen tomorrow. So we don't really, care about what the Supreme Court does. 99 Brady, there you go. You're green now. Green. And the problem is you have all this resistance at 110. Is this going to be the breakout, or is this another level or is this another spot for Thomas to think about taking some gains? Or is this going to be the boom skis? I think everybody wants it to be the boom skis. 109. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Do, 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 do. Yep. Yeah. Frankie? Yeah, absolutely. Can you break out this time though? That's the question. That is the question. Empress says, take profits. Thomas is like, no. I want to go to $1.20 and then $1.50 so I can make, 50,000. And and the stock says, yeah, come on, you can do it. Break already. Oh, NXTT is halted up. But three trades, three green trades. Well done. Well done, As. Good job. Imagine if it went to $3 and you, yep, exactly. That's what Thomas is thinking right now. If this thing went to $3 or five, can you imagine? Sheesh. Thomas would be on his way to that 1 million, Sheesh. When was the last time these guys dropped an offering? I'm just asking, just asking, just wondering. Oh, December. Okay, they withdrew the offering. December 30th, they withdrew the offering in 5 minutes. Oh Lord. So they needed money and then they didn't need money? Oh. So December 1st they announced the offering and then they canceled the offering. Interesting. Interesting. But October they did an offering though, right? They did an 120 million offering. So October they did an offering. At December they already needed more money. Oh, interesting. Interesting. So from October to whatever, they already spent 120 million. Interesting. I guess you need a lot of money to fly those jets. Interesting. Oh, they've done this a few times, huh? Look at that. In November, just a little month before they announced an offering, they withdrew another $2 million offering. So they seem to do this a lot, right? They announce an offering, they withdraw the offering, they do another offering. Ah, seems like a business model. Anyways, anyways. Hopefully they don't need more money, though. Hopefully the stock for now still looks okay to me, though, right? It looks okay still. We just have resistance at 110, so I might be lying. uh, I think we said that, and someone's selling. Someone is selling. Someone is taking their gains. Someone said, excuse me. But no, the stock looks good still, right? And it's, yeah, just put a stop loss. Is SPY doing it again? Or is it just going sideways? And look at this. All day today, SPY. Look at that. Virus would have cooked 0 DTE. Every 5 minutes, 0 DTE puts. Every 5 minutes, virus. 0 DTE. Quick monies, in and out. And run away. I really don't want to watch SPY though. So I'm going to get rid of it. Rather watch NVIDIA sit at the bottom there. Tesla again is still holding that beautiful uptrend, right? This uptrend since August, right? Beautiful uptrend. Beautiful on the daily. So, but again, we have data coming out. We have stuff happening tomorrow. So that could change everything. Puts and then calls and then puts and calls and puts and calls. Yep. It's nice when like it's going sideways like that. It's predictable. You could play that same pattern all day. All day. Ah. Uh, I really hope though. I really hope that. I really hope that JTI doesn't do an offering. I really hope. I really hope. Right. But if they do, if they do, it's gonna be funny. I hope they don't. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe at the very like the end of the day spikes. Maybe you'll get a breakout. Maybe. Maybe. But if Nvidia acquires them minimal, yeah, you never know. You never know. Yeah. Do do do. Or maybe an offering. Come on, Raven. Be optimistic. Positive vibes only. Ah, unbelievable. Unbelievable. No, hopefully it stays above the demand zone. Is it gonna rocket or what? We hope so. Hope Nvidia. I mean, again, according to Jim Cramer, though, Jim says don't buy any stocks, please. Avoid buying stocks. He says. So, is he gonna be right this time? Probably. Let me click on the thing. I want to see what the comments look like. Comments. I don't think it's. Is it gonna let me do the comments? Am I signed in? Wait, did Elon tweet that? Did he retweet that? Oh, he just yeah, look at that. Isn't that interesting though, guys? Right? Elon retweeting Jim Cramer's inverse ETF beat Nancy Pelosi. If you bet against Jim Cramer, you beat Nancy Pelosi. Crazy, huh? Crazy, crazy. We all know what that means. If you're looking for a sign to buy stocks, this is your sign. This is it. Do, 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 do. He sold, pump it. But again, we'll find out tomorrow. We will find out tomorrow. Yeah. What do you do in the chat if you're not buying stocks? Play with momentum stocks instead. Yeah. Mm, mm. And work cookies. Okay, sounds good, Chris. Sounds good. You could also take the stream. I mean, we're gonna hop off soon though, so yeah. Enjoy the workout, Chris. Have a wonderful rest of the day, and see you in Discord. Alrighty. There goes JTAI again with the curl. Yeah, Thomas, honestly, all you have to do is just set a stop loss below one of these levels and you should be okay. That's all you have to do. Just set a stop loss. Even if they do an offering, just set a stop loss below one of these levels and you'll be fine. because the stock is still like trying, right? It's definitely not dead yet, obviously it's far away from the 200 EMAs. So yeah. I sold all. Oh my days, it's time for the pump. How much money did you make though, Thomas? You should be very happy, right? Oh my days, here comes the squeeze. Here comes the squeeze. Time for $5. Oh, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Breaking news. JTAI has been acquired by NVDA for $2 billion. Stock is trading at $25. No, Thomas, you did good. You did good. You did good. Don't worry about it. Yeah. Just wait till they announce the offering and then you're going to be happy. Uh, Lord have mercy. No, and hopefully, Thomas, you can see though that like the people truly do care about you making money, right? Otherwise, we wouldn't even talk about it. So we care about you making money, right? Oh, virus. Now let's see that fat red candle. Yeah, let's see that fat red candle. I was having anxiety for you. Yeah, exactly. Again, more than 70% of the population doesn't make this in a month what you just made in a day. So think about that. 70% of the entire world population, 70%, right? I'm sure we could get to 80, you know? Tesla's looking good. Tesla's at the highs of the day. So that level on the daily, ooh, this was nice, wasn't it? Nice. That was nice. Is it actually at the highs of the day? Yeah, testing it at least. Testing the highs of the day. Yeah, $12,000. Yeah, see, that's really nice monies. Really, really nice. Than mine. Yeah. No, exactly, Nancy. Exactly. Let me take a look at SPY again. We're still in that stupid range, huh? Oh, like we're just doing the same thing, huh? Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, and left and right, and up and down. One of these times though, we need to thrust above, and just squeeze, squeeze. Dan, I'm selfish. I only care about myself. uh, uh, we don't believe you, Dan. We don't believe you. Mm-mm. Yeah, maybe this time this is gonna be the squeeze. Do it for spikes. Come on, spikes. Yep. Yeah, Thomas, that's fine though, right? When you make money like that, you definitely don't have regrets. No regrets. Oh, did SPY just make brand new highs of the day? It did. It did. Maybe this time this is the boom skis. Yeah, maybe this time. Oh, like the chart, Nancy, a seesaw. Yeah, maybe this time though it's gonna squeeze, squeeze. There it goes. Pump it, pump it, pump it. Sitting here for 2 hours. Dan, this is what the doctor told you not to do, right? The doctor told you not to do this. And here you are in a trade for 2 hours. You know what? I need your doctor's phone number. Rubbish. uh, JTAI still at $1? Yeah. Hit a move 20 points. Pizza, I hope they make you work overtime today. You know which short? The one with you wearing the Oh, yeah. Yeah. That was a long time ago. 2 years ago, maybe? Yeah. Yeah. No, you would definitely be getting more short notifications, though. More notifications. Yeah, because you guys roasted me, so I never wore that shirt again. You know? So now I'm just gonna wear my Hot Trades hoodie and some random stuff, you know? Rubbish. UAVS, okay. Yeah, it's a pretty slow afternoon. Slow. I know, right, Tim? Yeah. No, I haven't. I've not looked. CGTL is still looking good, actually. The volume is just super light, but still looks good. Kind of looking for that breakout. Yeah, they need to spam Peter all the shorts, Rob. SXTC. It's a nice curl. Has a nice pop. That's quite the drop though. It had to break a downtrend here though to push like that. So most likely break yeah, so 440 is your next resistance there. I won! Rob, sorry. You guys are ignoring me. I'm writing here now. Rob, sorry. I apologized, you know. The market's slow. What do you expect, you know? That's Rob after every futures trade, you know? Unreal. Thomas, see, now you can drive home and relax, right? No more stress. No more stress. There you go. United States officials have reportedly discussed sending lump sum payments to Greenland as part of a plan to annex the island. uh, who owns Greenland? Just question. Who owns that area? Denmark? Okay. Yeah, interesting. You own it, Dennis? Yes, definitely not Canada. I mean, just sell it. Sell it for 3 times the cost, and you know, just sell it so they leave you guys alone. The U.S. is never gonna leave that they're gonna find a way to get it. You know that, right? These criminals are gonna find a way. 6 months ago, Mike. Yeah, that's why he's been gone. Yep. Everyone has a price. Yeah, just sell the damn thing. If they're not doing anything with it, just sell it. Sell it for a nice price. ah, ah, unbelievable pizza. Come on, Spy. Yeah, at some point it had to happen, Jason. At some point, as soon as that first candle closed above it, the first candle closed, that's a breakout, Jason, as we know. Right? For the first time, this candle closed above it for the first time, and then retested it, and then said, thanks, thank you. Thanks for buying the dip spikes. Right? Yeah, now you're happy. So that was the first time the candle closed above that breakout line today. And then now they're pumping it. Surprise. Surprise. Why did you even look at that, Dan? Good job, Spikes. Good job. Give us 692 at the close. Send it more. Which is protected by NATO and the EU. Okay. Oh, I see. 688. 698 would be nice. Would be nice. Where is it going, Dennis? Sideways. Sideways. If it breaks below 95, then dead. Breaks above $1.10, then boom skis incoming. I mean, if the US starts fighting everybody, then you would see 600 for sure. DJT probably not. X probably not, because they have no connection other than Trump. right? But it doesn't benefit the stock in any way. SPY is pumping it, pumping it. Look at that, right? The breakout finally happened. Pump it, pump it, pump it. Spikes. Good job. Yeah, stuff like that though. When once you have that first candle close, you like you have to kind of think of like, okay, the breakout happened. So what now? You know, green is dumb. Ah. Mm, hmm, interesting. Yeah, that's what diamond hands will do. The diamond hands. Let me know if you have any last questions, guys. Today, I mean, it's a fun stream, right? I think we could hang out for a few more hours, which is good. But I have a one-on-one in less than in like 5 minutes or so, so I do have to hop off. So let me know if you have any last questions, and then we're gonna hop off and continue in the Discords. Alrighty, please and thank you. Correct, Thomas. Correct. It's just going sideways, buying and selling in the same spot. So, nurse, yeah. Once we get off the stream, something's gonna go boom skis, boom skis. Maybe JTAI, maybe SXTC. We're more important. uh, BBIG or AMC. Yeah, same. Garbage. Actually, AMC is better because it hasn't been delisted, and the company is still somewhere, showing movies. BBIG, what did they even do? Scam. Any last words? Make money. The lineup won't be till for another 2 hours, pizza. 2 hours. Exactly, Raven. Scams. Um, I mean, it's just kind of going sideways. So, but you never know, though, right, Chris? On one for the road, maybe. Um, I think like $7 and then 730 next two levels, and then boom skis, right? Support, 640, 650, with the 200 EMA. Brad, yeah. What happened? Is it moving? Yeah, yeah, no, I hope we get some boom skis at the end of the day. That would be nice. JTI is still holding really nice, right? When you leave, I know. JTI is gonna cook. As soon as we get off the stream, JTI is gonna start flying. Like, that's what I mean, right? Like, this still looks fine. It looks completely okay as long as it stays above that 95. If it breaks below, pack your bags. He Ah. Alrighty, y'all. Have a wonderful rest of the day. Be safe. Don't do anything fishy, please. Make monies. Alrighty. Much love. And catch you guys in Discord. GTI, send it. Send it. Send it. Why is it like that? Hmm. Interesting. Anyways, I'll fix that. See you in Discord. Frankie, peace. Have a good one, Spikes. See you in Discord. Keep cooking, please. Cook Spike. Cook it. Just be aware, those Spikes. Like tomorrow, so you might have to run away at some point. Much love, all. See you guys in Discords. Raven, now you can go bug your wife. Dan, you too. Except she's gonna slap you. Cindy, bye. Bye for now. See you in Discord. Bye, Tim. See you when the game starts. Take care. Take care, Rob. Yeah. SX TC. Jericho, bye for now. See you guys. See you in Discord. I will blame you. See you in Discord. Bye guys. Much love. Bye bye.